The former Speaker of the Nasarawa State House of Assembly, Ibrahim Balarabe, has been elected Speaker of the 7th Assembly in a fresh election conducted by the acting clerk of the House. Ibrahim Balarabe of the All Progressives Congress, who represents Ugya Umasha Constituency, was unanimously elected by the 24 members of the House, alongside his deputy Abel Bala of People's Democratic Party, representing Nasarawa Eggon West constituency. Godwin Agwam reports.
A united 7th Nasarawa State House of Assembly, sitting for the first time in a cordial atmosphere. The Assembly had been thrown into a leadership crisis over the last 1 month. But now, the members-elect have resolved to forge ahead, and Governor Abdullahi Sule has issued a proclamation letter for the inauguration of the Assembly.
I have the authority as a clerk to assemble the 7th Assembly for its first session as directed, and that I shall remain in charge and exercise all powers conferred on me pursuant to Section 94, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution as amended.
The members proceeded to nominate Ibrahim Balarabe of Ugya Umasha Constituency and Abel Bala of Nasarawa Eggon West as Speaker and Deputy Speaker respectively, and this sailed through without any objections.
I hereby stand to nominate Honorable Ibrahim Balarabe Abdullahi for the Speaker of the 7th Assembly.
The Honorable Clerk, I'm standing here to second the motion moved by my colleague for the nomination of a member of Umasha constituency in the person of Ibrahim Balarabe Abdullahi.
The nominees were unanimously elected by the House and led through swearing the oath of office.
I, Ibrahim Balarabe Abdullahi, do solemnly swear.
The new presiding officers are delighted with the election and are sure they will operate an open-door policy.
I use this opportunity to assure you, my colleagues, that you will find in me a good and honest partner. At this moment, let me humbly solicit for your cooperation and understanding, so that collectively we shall take Nasarawa State to the next level of development, particularly now that the state is yearning for peace and progress.
At the end of the day, the members-elect took turns to take their oath of office and allegiance and adjourned sitting to Monday, July 24. Godwin Agwam, CBC News, Lafia.
From Lagos, let's turn our attention to the nation's capital, where the Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly, Joseph Inta Kirutimana, is warning parliaments in Africa against laws that inhibit the continent's culture and tradition. During a visit to the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, the Speaker called for unity among African nations, advising them to shun Europe's Greek gifts that tend to lower Africa's esteem. National Assembly correspondent Joke Adesa reports.
In November 2006, South Africa became the first African country and the 5th in the world to legalize same-sex marriage. Since then, a number of countries on the continent have followed suit, while the West African sub-region remains adamant to a procedure it says antagonizes its culture and tradition. A delegation of the East African Legislative Assembly is in Nigeria to explore areas of collaboration. It is supported by the Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament. The chief host speaks to the significant role the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies has played towards building the capacity of lawmakers, parliamentary staff, and other policy makers. Abubakar Sulaiman says a national conference to achieve more women inclusion in politics is in the pipeline.
This institute is yours. African countries from East Africa, they can learn so much from it. Every other country or MP must have an agency of this nature. We cannot make law on the platform of ignorance.
The visiting team is impressed by the contributions of needs to strengthening democracy.
We have seen our own, that we have it right here in Nigeria. We can bring in our people, our staff from various legislative bodies across the region, in ELA and ECOWAS for proper training.
The Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly, on his part, cautions African countries which embrace financial assistance from foreign donors. He says Africa must remain conscious of laws such as homosexuality that oppose its cultures and tradition.
We have one of our member of EDC 1 month ago, they voted against homosexuality. But look at what he's facing. As Africans, we have to be voting laws which are good for our people.
NAID says it is set to commence an advanced executive education program that will bring scholars from across the globe to Nigeria, thereby saving foreign exchange. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.